Hello, hello. Um, think we're all good to go. Yep, music's good. At least for now. Volume is now proper. Now all that's left to do is scribble. Also, good job, Skeleton, for having a username that fits. That fits in the box I had before. Saves me at least 30 seconds of work. Alright, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. That's probably copyright. I shouldn't say that. I might get exploded. Who knows? It's Disney paratroopers are getting stronger by the minute. I don't think my countermeasures will be able to keep them away for long. So first thing we're going to do is fix this line. This line was making it appear much flatter and less perspective than it should have been. What's that? Basically, this thing's kind of like a forward-on perspective and tilted from underneath, so it's a new challenge. I'll admit. I don't usually work in this kind of perspective, but it's okay. We'll get it done. So we have that, and then where's the other one? Basically, I'm just trying to add the armor lines, the armor plates, to give details to the back, because this is based on a fine piece of, like, well, not a fine piece of architecture. It's based on a fine architectural style that really emphasizes the details on stuff. So I figured I should go for a insect or an arthropod type design because I knew that it would take a lot of details to do it, which fits with the aesthetic I'm going for. So it works out. We're just gonna erase this real quick because I realized the dome on the back was too small. It's kind of like a shell, I guess, but not really. I mean, it is like more like a shell, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be a shell since there's no turtle in it. Maybe there is turtle in it. I don't know. Designs are funny that way. They kind of design themselves sometimes. Let's go like that. Cap that off. Erase this. There we go. So basically, we're just gonna get the shell working. I think it should be a little less steep than that. The curve should still be there. It just shouldn't be quite as steep. Just because of the perspective. The angle is very deep. I did a sketch in side view, which is here, and I just drag it around whenever I need to see a different part of it. So I did that, so that way I would have a reference for when I did it in this view, which is to prove to be quite helpful. Also, I really like how this looks, so I might just go ahead and finish this too. We'll just have to see how good this one turns out, if I can officially disown the other one. Hold on. What if we do it like that? A little less on the bottom, a little less. How's that? There we go. Ba-ba. We're just doing the lines. I guess this is kind of like a shell, but I call it a dome. I call it the dome, basically. Doing lines on the dome. Its proper divisions. I think this should be fine. Then there's a second line through the lower parts, but it'll be pretty up high because of its perspective. There we go. I've been pinged. Ah, okay. Didn't mean so. That's all right. There we go. We're just gonna add little divots where this line goes through, because there would be divots there, assuming there was a gap and it's not just a mystery thing. The big part about learning how to do details is learning how to implement them successfully, like, and not just throw them on there. How to make them really fit in with what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll just have a line, which can work sometimes, but most of the time looks a little funky. Let's see. So we got the front half. Okay, I actually like that. I like this. Let's just snatch it and move it up. Because I want to be a little higher. The small segments can start here. That'll work. Now let's... Basically, we're putting in ribs, I guess? Ribs? It'll look like ribs now, but it's going to eventually be clear that it's segmentation. Because this guy has a whole lot of segmentation, as this graphic shows. I'm doing the armor a little bit different from what is seen there. I'm doing more like the isopod or mantis shrimp, with bigger pieces of armor per leg. Like this is what I'm doing pretty much, instead of the half covering thing that I've got going on there, because I feel like it continues the thing I've got going for the legs. So I want to take basically this ridge along the side that slightly covers the sides, the legs, the legs, and I want to take that and just run it all the way up. Basically consistency good, especially when designing an animal. Consistency make brain go burr. These closer together. Let's put these closer together because it is looking up, so these would be hypothetically pinched at the top and wide at the bottom. We just have to adjust the curvature a little later. This is basically my sketching style. Just add and then remove. Add a bunch of lines and then remove the ones I don't want. It looks messy, and for most people it's hard to read. I mean, I think looking back at one of my own sketches, would be quite confused if I was away from it for some time, but it does get the job done, and that's what's important. What matters is clarity. And if it's clear enough for me to work with, then I'd say that's good enough. Ooh, hold on. It's kind of like the bottom. Is this right? It can be right. It just implies that this part is very thin, which can work. We just need to make sure we don't do the body in the same way. Body needs more mass. Because that's where all the organs and important stuff is stored. Got no organs, you don't got much. What are we but living casings and transportation for a set of organs? What are we if not, I guess is the correct phrase. So we're gonna do this big one here. So this is basically like a piece of the main shell, like on the mantis shrimp. You know, I didn't realize it, but working on those pixel fishes, pixel sprites, helped me a lot with like stuff. I don't know, like coming back to this, I feel like I'm a little bit better, which I am very thankful for, because I was kind of worried that after not drawing actual stuff for so long and drawing pixels for a good long time, I would be out of practice. So being able to go back into it and not flounder, but in fact make a work which I am very much enjoying so far, I think is quite wonderful. See, it's a big old shell. Would this spot even be able to flex? Yeah, let's make it 2 pieces at least. Yeah, it's a shell now. This can be thin again. How did I do this? I like the way I did this, but I cannot see it right now. Okay, so this layer, it attaches to the... Okay, so it's attached to the front part, and then it breaks off. Okay. I really like this sketch. This sketch I'm in love with. 10 out of 10. But I'm also starting to finally like this one. So I'm hoping for the best here. Should be alright. Should be alright. Alright. So this one here. Let's add a little divot on the bottom. Not divot, it's the opposite of a divot. A protrusion, a ridge, in fact, is the proper term for this structure, which I'm adding along the bottom. I think it'll look... So it'll gradually narrow out on both sides. So a lot of excess lines. So let's clean this up. Just so it's easier to see. Clarity. Important. That is an important thing about sketches, actually. Not, well, clarity, as I said, but like something I just remembered is that a big reason why a lot of people see their sketches and then they're like, yeah, I love this sketch, and then they actually do line art and like, man, I don't like it anymore, is because they haven't really decided on a lot of their lines, which means the brain is able to fill in the gaps, and the brain, if given many options, will be able to pick the best one, right? So if the best one is picked, and when you do line art, you don't end up drawing with the best line, you end up drawing it with a different line because they weren't clearly marked, then it will end up looking not as good as the sketch did. Because basically your mind in that case was better at filling in the gaps than your hand was. Which is something to keep in mind. That's why a lot of people don't like the sketches they make. We're gonna accentuate this ridge a little bit. Oh yeah, there was like separate armor on the underside too. We might just end up doing that. And then this is like the final piece. This is just left over, I think. Well, it's gone now. It's no longer left over. Reduce this so we can see what we're doing. Be clear about it. It's important. Clarity, important. I like its face. It's a nice face. If I do say so myself. Pleasant. That is something I'm known for, is what? Ooh, Steel Splatoon, hello! Welcome to the stream! It's good to see you! How are you doing today? You are the first, the one, the only! What's up, my dude? I'm doing good? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. As you can see, today we are drawing a very big bug. What are you drawing? This. It's a custom creature design. It was inspired by architecture and various animals. Oh, looks like a dinosaur. It does look like a dinosaur. Kind of like a dinosaur bug. Which makes sense. I got a couple of dinosaurs on here. And giraffe. Giraffes are also on here. But also looks like a bug. Alright. I did a sketch of it already. Where's sketch 2? Oh, there it is. Bonk. This is what the... I don't have enough room for it anywhere. This is what the completed design will look like. Something like this. A little bit edited from this. But this is what I started with, basically. I sketched out to plan. So now we're doing it with perspective and stuff. So that's what we're up to today. So as you can see, I haven't filled out a lot of detail. A lot of it's still empty, but we're getting there. That's what we're working on. So let's kick back, relax, and do some sketching. Think we'll ever find out what dinosaurs really look like? I think we can. Okay, so here's this. Oop. So for dino mummies, we are very well preserved dinosaurs that preserve the soft tissues. Of course, fossilized, but they have fossilized soft tissues. So I think there are some dinosaurs that we know well enough to pretty accurately say, like Edmontosaurus, I think it is, and other like Hadrosaurs. We actually do know those pretty darn well. I don't think we'll ever find out what all dinosaurs look like. Even some of the more popular ones too. I think many of them will remain a mystery, what they totally look like. But I mean, some dino mummies, I think for Edmontosaurus, I hope it's for Edmontosaurus, for some duck-billed dinosaurs, are so well preserved, in fact, that it fossilizes the color pigment in the skin. Which means that because we know the shape of that pigment, basically, we can tell what color they were. But that's very rare and for very few dinosaurs. So there are a few dinosaurs, I think, that we will know what they look like in real life. Like what they really, really look like. Cool, yeah. It's pretty cool. But there are a ton that we will not. Which is kind of unfortunate, but I think it's interesting. I think dinosaurs are fascinating. But at the same time, there are a lot of really cool creatures alive today too. So like, we may not be able to bring back the dinosaurs ever, but we can look at what we've got now, you know? That's why I like fish a lot. They do. I can find those and look at them and stuff. It's pretty cool. I need to go a little more detailed. than this, I think. Because, like, the round curves are nice, but this one looks way more armored. So we're gonna add some littler pieces, little segments. Not to say that complex is always good, just complex in this case is better. Because that's part of the design. Let's see. What are we doing for this? Let's make it break into 2 pieces up here. Just like it does done for this one. Meow. I do wonder. I do wonder if we will ever be able to clone a dinosaur back into existence. That would be a very interesting happening. In full honesty. I don't know if we'd be able to keep it alive since we can barely keep, like, our modern cloned animals alive. Like, just normal animals, just cloning a normal, like a sheep or whatever. We're not very good at keeping those alive yet. But it would be very cool if dinosaurs ever were somehow brought back from the dead. Now, will they ever? That is a question that I cannot answer. And if I'm to be honest, I kind of think no, at least not dinosaurs as we know them. We might be able to reverse engineer a dinosaur, or something like that, by taking a chicken and genetically, or like a bird, and genetically modifying it and giving it dinosaur-like traits like tails and claws and such. But that wouldn't be a dinosaur. It would be an animal that doesn't know how to survive, because it technically is an animal that doesn't exist. So yeah, that is a thing. You'd have to make sure to take care of it well. And I think our current understanding is not up to par for that, unfortunately. So I don't know. Hey, as long as there's no dinosaurs, there'll always be room. There's always be work for artists. I mean, heck, there'll be, even if there are eventually somehow dinosaurs brought back to life, there will be plenty of species that cannot be. So we'll always need paleo artists. I'm like a small time paleo art. I'm not really a paleo artist. I draw way more fish than I do paleo art, but I do draw the occasional dinosaur. I wouldn't say it's my thing though. I do it sometimes. More often, I take dinosaurs as inspiration for my creatures. That happens way more often than me actually drawing dinosaurs. There we go. I like the head a lot. I like the head. What exactly I like about the head, I'm not sure. It's a very nice head. Bonk, bonk, bonk. So how's your day been today, Seal? What did you do today? If anything of note. Or if you'd care to share. If you don't want to, that is perfectly okay. I don't know, you were bored. You know, I get that. School's letting out for you soon though, right? Should be approaching the summer vacation. I don't know if you have one or not. Depends. It seems to depend on, yeah, well, not seems to, it does depend on where you are. Yeah, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is super close. That's only 14 days. Just think, that's only 8 Sunfish streams away, or possibly 10. It depends on how many I stream that week. That's like, you're almost there. You're on the cusp of victory. The cusp of victory here. You've got this. I believe in you. It's a lot of sunfish streams. Indeed. 8 to 10. Yeah, that is quite a few. What will we be doing next week? Well, I mean, we're almost at 200 followers, so my gut tells me that next week we'll probably be working on the 200 follower celebration. Very tall indeed. Hello, Pocket Prawn. Welcome to this stream. It's great to see you. How are you doing today? We are working on Toll Boy, our good bug here, based on this premium design that I sketched. So basically, I'm just putting in perspective and updating it slightly because this was like second draft. Here is first draft. Hold on. It was originally just gonna have legs. Oh, why? Nope. 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 Oh. There we go. It's really just gonna have normal legs. Look at these boring legs. How boring. We decided to go for bug legs instead. Way better. I think that was a big improvement. Other than that, the body's the same. So now we're just working on adding the deets. Yeah, basically spider legs, bug legs, arbitrary but legs of arthropodness. It's the inspiration for the prompt for this is Baroque. Is it Baroque? I think it's Baroque or Baroque. Baroque. I think it's Baroque architecture. Yeah. So it's the prompt was basically architecture. So I chose a bug thing because I knew I could make it complex enough to fit with the themes, and that's also why it has random leg arches and stuff because. And so basically, it's supposed to be just extra detail for that reason. Centipede legs. Yeah, it has little legs up the front too. I did want to include those. What do you knit? You're knitting still? How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic actually. I really have no complaints. You knitting a blanket sounds like an excellent time. Is it the blanket with the squares? Pocket Prawn? The one, or is it a different? What color? Yeah. Which blanket is it? A whole new blanket, maybe? Even a quilt? I guess it could, yeah, that would be a quilt, possibly. I don't know the exact terminology. I am not a connoisseur of blankets, unfortunately. Unfortunately, my connoisseurness is in fish. Yes, it is the squares? Okay, cool. Pocket Prawn, you said that you wanted me to make you would totally make a blanket out of a drawing that I did, like one of those pixel drawings, but they were too big resolution. So if you really wanted to, like, if you really want to bite a project like that, I could make one that's low resolution, so we're like maybe 10 by 10, maybe. I'd have to see if I could do it, but I could see what I could do in a much lower resolution if you wanted to do it. The pink one? Yeah, I remember the pink one. So yeah, if you really want to do that, like once you had time, I would totally be down to make you as simple of a pixel thing as possible, so you could try. Because resolution is a big thing. A 50 by 50 square is no easy 50 by 50 thing of squares. It's no easy feat. And those are the smallest ones. The smallest designs are 50 by 50. I don't know, it's up to you. Love a challenge? Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it. Okay, that's probably not a quilt. Yeah, it's like a blanket made out of squares. It's kind of like a quilt, but not really. And so yeah, just whenever, if you wanted, catch me at the tail end of phase 2 of wave 2 of the pixel sprites, because I know that's going to be coming up soon. Catch me at the tail end of that, and I could cook one up for you, like a But you can of course request a sprite normally, but then also at the end I could give you a very low resolution sprite for you to try to do a blanket out of. Well, it's a bigger squares than that. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Alright. Not just square knitting, but you like to do quilt though? Yeah, my sister does quilts. It's pretty cool. Would recommend. Let's do the antenna, I guess. Which is just lines. If you've ever made a plushie before, I assume you're talking a prawn. Because I haven't. Actually, no, wait, I have. I knitted a plushie once. I have knit in the past. I have not done it in a very long time, though. So yes, I have actually made a marketable plushie. I'm hijacking your question now. But cool, yeah. Prawn can speak. Overlap. Attempted it with song. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, that's usually how it goes when it's an unfamiliar thing. But you know what? It's not the product that counts, it's the effort that counts. You did something, and you tried it. And that's what's important, you know? There's accomplishment worth simply in doing something. That's what I believe. I'm gonna do like a slight shape for this. I had sewing class once. Nice, nice. What did you do in it? I mean, you probably sewed. Nobody likes something because it's easy to get hurt. Yeah, that is a good point. Needles are sharp. You made a bag? Nice. Did it work? Was it nice and functional? Let's do back leg. Yes, nice. That's really cool. I do love a practical thing. I mean, as much as I love just drawing for fun, just drawing random stuff, I do honestly really enjoy drawing with an objective. Like, he said, hold your stuff for the rest of the year. Well, that is very cool. It's great that ended up working out for you. Like, ended up working. You were able to use it. That's the coolest thing ever. Like I was saying, I love making things that have a good practical purpose. Like it pleases me that I enjoyed making the stream avatars so much, and then people then use the stream avatars. That makes me very happy. You know? And honestly, even if people didn't use them, the people's like thanks and stuff after getting them is just that's all I need, man. That's all I need. I love that. I love seeing people's reaction when they get their favorite fish or favorite shrimp or anything like that. It's simple, but you know, I don't know, I guess I'm easy to please. A simple thanks is all I need to keep going. I mean, that's probably not a bad thing, but I mean, heck, one guy gave me $10, which I was very thankful for. It's like, they didn't have to do that. They could have spent that on anything else, anyone else, but they chose to send it my way, which is very special to me. Heck, them just being there at all. It's pretty cool. Oh, did the star disappear? Oh no. Wait. Oh my. More stars have appeared. How did this happen? What, who, how? Why? Who? I don't know. Must have been the wind. These spawn rates are pretty crazy, right? Question mark? You did it, Pocket Prawn. Good job. I love the little jump animation. Like, even if it's simple, I do appreciate it that it exists. I honestly just really like the stream avatars things. They're neat. I did like it me. I'm the meme. I'm the meme. I'm just holding them out. All the stream avatars. I just think they're neat. Like even if we don't use them a whole lot. I mean, we do the jump catch game all the time. Oh, good catch, Seal. We do jump catch game and stuff, but I mean, I'm not super involved with them, but like just them existing, in my opinion, is good. Like just me being able to be like, hey, go be your favorite creature, sea critter, like makes me very happy. I don't know, I just like practical stuff like that. Pocket Prawn, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Seal. I greatly appreciate that. Seal, enjoy your emotes. And thank you so much, Pocket Prawn, for your generosity. Your contributions to this channel are greatly appreciated and shall go back into the channel to further enhance your experience. Pogs, yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Pocket Prawn. I greatly appreciate that. Now you have all of the emotes. No problem, emote away. Yes, you are powerful now. Let's do this. Hold on. All the emotes. Now you are fishy. Yeah, the angles are all wrong. This angle, I need to make them facing down. Angle down slightly. There we go. That's better. I think. I'll probably go back and change it again later, but shh, it's fine. It's fine. Now you can dance. You can vibe. You can vibe. There we go. The tilt animation looks kind of funny on the sunfish. It's like it just pivoting on its little fin, just like I do. Oh boy, oh boy, boy. Thank you guys for making me smile today. I appreciate that. It ain't much, but it's honest work. You know, I do hope I can return the favor. Meow. Meow. Hearts, yes. Hearts for everyone. All right, we got some more lines on it now. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This one seems to be almost. There we go. I got a question. Are y'all looking forward to any new games that are coming out? Of which I don't know. I don't know if there are any new games coming out. What new games are coming out? That is the question. Splatoon. All right. Splatoon 3. That's a pretty big one. I forgot about that somehow. What was that? I forget. That had a confirmed release date for September, right? Was it September? I think it was September. Bayonetta 3? That is also... We also have news for Bayonetta 3. That is true. You're here to rave? Hello, Black Moon Rose. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, today we're doing a much more chill, no motion sickness mode. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Yeah, September 9th? Okay, cool. Oh, that is a wonderful crab. I must say, Black Moon. I need to get a closer look at that. Hold on. That's an excellent crab emote. You've done a great job with that, Black Moon Rose. Do you prefer just Black Moon or Moon? Or I feel like I asked you about this before. Or what abbreviate? Do you prefer any abbreviation, or do you just prefer the whole thing? Heck, you think on September 9th because 3 times 3 is 9? No, I'm pretty sure that was just a convenient day for them to release it. Most people call you Cat. That is true. It's true, you are a cat. I can call you Cat if you'd prefer, or anything. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. Or if you prefer the whole shebang, Black Moon Rose, I'm perfectly fine with that too. It's cool. It's cool. Which way? Anyway? Call you Cat? Okay, I'll call you Cat then. I'll probably forget the first 2 times, but I'll pick up on it eventually. Just keep reminding me. If that's what you like the best, then I'll call you Cat. Cat, what games are you looking forward to this year? You're on the only one? Okay, yeah. Oh, I betcha. Because, you know, I'll read off of your names. I'll be like, oh, Black Moon Rose, but no, actually Cat. I don't know. Somehow I play games all the time, and yet I am pretty much entirely out of the loop with games or game releases. I didn't even remember Splatoon 3 is coming out, and like I'm a big time Splatoon fan. Like, what the heck? Memorant. I forgore. Did not remember. I kind of want to put a second line. Like Bayonetta, I love her, but the third game design is just, I hate it. Oh, okay. You know what? That's valid. Just don't like the graphics? Or like the design? Because I understand how that can be a deal breaker. Let's see, what's a game like that I like? Actually. Okay, you know what's wild on that phrase? Automa didn't catch sexy or sexy schoolgirl or sexy girl or anything like that. It caught thing. The phrase it blocked in your sentence was thing. Like, bruh, Automod, I appreciate your work, but what the heck, bro? Be a massive downgrade to you. Okay, I can understand that. I can understand. Disagree? The braids look really good. Yeah, different perspectives. Obviously, Bayonetta is not actually a cool girl, so that, you know, it's just user preference, you know. It's kind of man, but overall, it's a good design. All right, yeah, I can get that. I can understand. Oh, forgot the skirt. Ah. Yeah, I guess I would contribute to the sexy schoolgirl look. Don't see schoolgirl in here, I know. Oh, yeah, different interpretations. Different people have different interpretations. Obviously, it's Bayonetta. I don't think that's gonna be considered problematic, because it's kind of by definition supposed to be not safe. It is rated M. It's also over design. It's like when a magical girl gets an upgrade and the outfit gets ridiculous. Eventually they just do. You're right. They do eventually slap on too much glitter and buttons. like Sailor Moon and Stars over design. I unfortunately don't know any. I know Sailor Moon's basic design, and that's about it. I know very little about Magical Girl. I am not a Magical Girl anime expert. I am an expert on Critters of the Sea. I've watched like 2.5 animes so far, so that is approximately my level of expertise. First two games are sleek and smooth and nice, but then just okay, I get that. Hype for just hype for Madame Butterfly's new design. They gave her puffy sleeves, or like those collar thing. What, not collar? The things that like wrap around the neck. I don't know. They're puffy. I don't know. I'm not. You probably guessed. I'm pretty I'm not the type to like Bayonetta games, you know, but that's probably not that surprising. So I know very little about them. The most I know about Bayonetta is the fact that she's in Smash Bros. Overall, Bayonetta is the best design. Don't argue with me, because you're right. Yeah, categories. I don't know if Little Witch Academia counts as a Magical Girl anime, but I love that show. Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I see funny cartoons. Well, they are cartoons, but I see funny animated content and I go, hee hee, yes. It's on Netflix? I hear you, but that would require me to watch a show. And I work. I work instead. I like to draw instead. Not that I have to work all the time. I totally could make room, but I like to play video games and draw. So that's pretty much most of my time. I watch shows occasionally. Okay, yeah, I may watch it eventually, but I don't know. Maybe if an opportune moment arises. Like you said, you play games but don't keep up. You used to look forward to it. Then you got older. Like, stop with the filler. Tell me the games. Tell me the games and let's see. Tell me the games and how footage stuck in your life. How you listen. Hey, E3. Oh, E3. Do you like documentaries? I love documentaries. I haven't watched them lately, but I honestly really like documentaries. Like, especially like about the ocean or dinosaurs and stuff like that. Love them. 10 out of 10. Love documentaries. Nature documentaries especially. Big fan of nature documentaries. E3, if you're talking about E3 with all the announcements, Kat, I totally understand how they're like, look at all this stuff, and then nobody actually, then a lot of times they don't actually deliver. It's like, ha! Like them sometimes, depending on the subject, and that is definitely true. There are different documentaries for different things, but I am a absorber of knowledge, so anything that gives me free knowledge while also being entertainment is excellent. Crime documentaries are really cool. I'm not a big fan because, you know, I personally don't like seeing the worst of humanity. You guys got a lot of problems. I don't need to reinforce that. Used to follow E3, like, not religiously, but close enough. Watched the showcases live. The last 5 years you got so mad at E3. I haven't even like watched E3 in so long. Like, okay, here's how I do it. I just wait until the fallout on Twitter happens the next day, and I learn basically everything that is important about E3. Sure, I miss some of the deets, but I learn like 90% of it in about 30 seconds. It saves me a lot of time, you know? Have you ever heard of Jim Can't Swim? I have not heard of Jim Can't Swim. I feel like I maybe have, but like it sounds familiar. Like it's rattling around in the back of my brain, but like I don't know. I wouldn't know. Oh, fair. LOL. Indeed. Thank you for understanding. Kat, what got you mad at E3? If there was anything specific, or if it was just everything. The YouTube channel does crime documentary. Okay, yeah, it's not really my thing. I like to listen to like video. You know, something I really enjoy is I like to watch video essays, of all kinds of stuff. Video essays on video games, video essays on writing, video essays on all sorts of stuff. On movies. I love to watch video essays. That's something I very much enjoy. But I don't like crime documentaries, so yeah. It's just not my thing, you know? If you like it, I go for it, you know? It's perfectly fine. No harm, no foul. Just not my thing. The girl doing coverage and she annoyed you. She has this plastic acrylic nails and would tap them as she held her mic. And then during the Star Wars Battlefront game, this was before the loot box BS, you got to talk to a creator of another Star Wars game. And she goes, "Well, I get to use a lightsaber?" Then you had a chance, and you asked the most stupid basic question. That's publicity for you. That's the media. They gotta be simple. They gotta ask the obvious questions. They can't be too radical with their questionnaire. You know, that might get people that might get people to not understand. I don't know. I don't make the media. Look, I'm out here to make engaging, but also I'm out here to make content where we throw fish facts at each other, like just random information. I love that stuff. Like in this town, we appreciate just vibing, but we also appreciate throwing information around because I personally enjoy it. You like curiosity streams? I'm just all documentaries and for a decent price for what it's worth. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of ads for it, and it's something I would probably pick up, but I don't have a stable enough income right now for any subscriptions really, so that's what I'm running on right now. The only subscription I have right now is the Live 2D, and that costs me, that's only a yearly payment. A big yearly payment, but it's something I can account for. But so like I could do it, but I think I'm gonna wait on it basically, you know, until I get a more stable source of income. This isn't like a kid being cute. A grown adult could ask plot, could ask setting, hell, art direction. Okay, I don't think those. They're not there to ask thought-provoking questions like game design, game intention, art direction, that kind of stuff. No. They're there for the simple one-liners, the easily digestible things. I mean, I like to think I'm not that hard to manage, but honestly, you know. I mean, basically, I'm here making content that I like, which is playing games, messing around, and also we are smart sometimes. By smart, I mean, you know, we like to just talk about stuff like E3, or like Curiosity Stream, or documentaries, and this kind of stuff. Fish facts, like I said before. Just, you know, just stuff I enjoy. Chill, but also informative, I think is a good summary. I mean, the most exciting streams are like collab streams, but it's good to have fun with friends every once in a while. Alright, I haven't drawn anything for a little bit. I really need to figure out what I want to do for the base. There's also the debacle of a Sony event at E3 where they did this lovely setting to announce Dying Light 2, then forces people to move to another room, and oh god, that was funny. Why did they do that? Why? Sorry, Last of Us 2. Okay, you know, The Last of Us 2 is kind of just a whole thing that I'm not even gonna touch because it's so controversial that I don't think that's worth getting into. Personally, from everything I've learned about it, it sounds like they had a major oopsie with the setting, not the setting, the pacing. The pacing has big issues, but I'm not an expert in it because I haven't played it. I have no strong opinions on it. Just not my thing. People can fight about it on the internet if they want. What really annoys me about stuff like The Last of Us 2 is a lot of the time they'll use their representation. Like there's a prominent gay relationship, lesbian relationship. I don't know. There's LGBTQ plus representation. But the problem is they'll use that as a shield for criticism. So they'll be like, "Oh, you just don't like You just don't like lesbians. Ha! Got you. And it's like, no, it's actually just valid art criticisms against design problems with the game. But they'll just throw that out there like a shield, and it's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that, okay? If you're gonna this is why people have a problem with representation. It's because it's used for cheesy stuff like that, and that's what makes it. You're muddying the waters, friend. You're making it worse for everybody. Let's see. I haven't played The Last of Us 2, but yeah, I heard it's not good. I see the first game. The first game is really sad. It's really sad, but I hear the first game is pretty darn good. Not only that, the development team at Naughty Dog weren't treated well at all. Yeah, that is unfortunately the reality of a lot of AAA studios. If any of you ever work for a game company, I have no idea if you will, I would recommend targeting indie companies. They have much lower turnover rates. They don't break your... Well, I can't say for all of them, but you can find one that doesn't have super high staff turnover rates. They don't break your back with overtime. And they treat you like a human being and not a code machine, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the first game is good. Yeah, and that's why the second game, like from everything I've heard, the first game is good. But man, Naughty Dog has been a naughty dog and didn't treat their employees well, which is a big no-no. Treat your heckin' employees well. It's not all about marketing and stuff. You gotta keep your people there. You know, I think that's why development is so tumultuous for AAA game companies, is because they kick people out as soon as they break them with work, which is you can't do that. That's not allowed. Let's see, because for The Last of Us, did a tent and it's a backyard party, and then after announcing the game, house lights go up and over the speakers, "Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and take you to the main announcement hall. The people who did dreams had no clue that this was happening and had to distract." Whoops. Also, it's the last showcase of the day. Everyone was tired and sore, and during the showcase, the new room lights went up and everyone booed and chanted, going, "We ain't moving again." Oh dear, that's a mess. That is a mess. Yeah. Don't make gamers move. They don't like to move. They're quite when they're comfy, they're comfy. Respect the comfy, okay? Maybe laugh too hard. Oh boy, oh boy. Sounds like it was some kind of something. I may actually add 2 rings for these. I'm gonna actually draw during my drawing stream. I do, the conversation is fun, but I probably should get some work done. Let's see, so this is bent upwards, which means there'll be a bigger gap on the bottom. However, we can continue talking, because talking is good. Yeah, I don't know what's up with game companies these days. I mean, it can't be that hard. I mean, okay, I'll put it this way. It's probably hard to maintain a company when the precedent for maintaining a company is already kind of sour, because of it seems the management is the issue a lot of the time. Like it's not in the staff, it's always in the management. Because the basic staff are just like, "Oh, you're here for as long as you can. We will suck every last drop of life out of you, making you work overtime and stuff, and then we'll let you go because we can't make you work anymore." I've heard of people who have, after an experience at AAA companies, have burnout for years. They just can't create anything for like years afterwards, which I think is a terrible, terrible shame and should not be a thing. Like, how is that allowed? I mean, I guess that's what happens when you work based on salary and not on hours, and then they make you work way too many hours. It's a shame. I know, yeah, that's really sad. That's really sad. That's why I'm working towards independent employment, because big corporations are scary. When you were in tech school, you wanted to watch a doc about making Age of Empires 3, and there's a part about E3 where people go, "It's time to set up for E3. That means we drop actually work on the game and work on presentation, because if it fails, this game will fail." That is how much power E3 had back in the day. Wow, that is a lot of power. Oh my. And you know what? That's a valid strategy. That's a valid strategy. You just have to you have to treat your workers well while you're doing that kind of stuff. Can't break them over wanting to get more stuff done. Because that's the thing. High turnover rates means you won't be able to hold on to your good quality workers, because you'll burn them out and they'll leave. And none of them will. So basically, you're automatically ensuring that you will have no veteran developers, which will make it a lot harder to develop anything, because you won't ever have that consistent artistic talent and skill that you need to really pull off a game. Because coding is basically art. There's no one way to do it, especially with the way that those really big games are done. There's just so many ways you could go about coding the same thing that honestly, individual skill and prowess with coding is very important. I hope I said that right. But basically, don't manage your company in a way that hemorrhages developers. That's a bad idea. Like, sure, you can hire new ones on, but you'll always be stuck in a cycle of replacement. Which, when you should be stuck in a cycle of teaching your staff how to work and helping them get better, you know? See, because it was the only showcase for games back in the day. When it was just games news, people had, and no one outside that. Normal people couldn't go to E3 back then, just journalists. But then they let non-journalists, which means you can also entertain that everyman, and let's focus on the game making. Yeah, that is the thing. That is the thing. They have to have that appeal to the common person. Ooh, I heard the team who did Hades had a good work-life balance. And okay. I want to highlight that for a moment. You are absolutely right. The team that worked on Hades, they work for it's called Supergiant Games. It's an indie company. Shocker, indie companies are usually going to be better. And they had this problem where they said, okay, you can take off unlimited days off per year, right? The problem is there are people didn't take enough days off because they're like, oh, I can take off any day. I want to keep working on it. And then they're like, okay, this isn't right. We need to give. So they have like mandatory, I think it's 2 weeks off. So you have to take at least 2 weeks off if you work there per year. And that I think is just, you're doing something right if you have to force your people to take time off. And because they had the option to take as many days off if they wanted. And that's the thing, they still have unlimited days off. They just also have at least 12 days off a year, or 14 days, or whatever it is. I need to look into it again to review the numbers. And I hope what I'm saying is all correct, because I haven't heard it in a while, and I am severely hoping I'm not exaggerating that, because from what it sounded like, Supergiant Games is a pretty trendy place to work. Like they know what they're doing. It's a very nice place. Heck, Plague showed us how unneeded E3 is. E3 did do a stream, but like they show they can't really live without the Flash. Yeah, that's the thing. Big presentation draws crowds in. It make good. Streamed Hades? I am gonna stream Hades one of these days. It is on my list of games to stream. I just have to tell you that my list of games to stream is very long. I have a lot of stuff on there, if I'm to be honest. Let's see. And now it's like a Comic-Con for games, and then they had to keep going over the top, and it wasn't about games anymore. And then the controversies, and now the internet and streaming is the thing. So we don't need E3 anymore. Yeah, but it makes the E3 people money, so yeah, they'll keep doing it. What is Hades about? Hades is a roguelike where you're the son of Hades, or the underworld guy. You're the son of, is it Hades? Yeah, it's Hades. You're the son of Hades. You have to, it's a roguelike where you have to fight your way out of the underworld. It's pretty darn good. Looks super tight. The graphics are amazing. Gameplay is awesome. Story's awesome. Characters amazing. Basically, one of the greatest games of all time. We're talking like 98% on Steam or something like that. Beautiful game. Wonderfully done. Don't get me started on how Microsoft did showcases. If I see another sports car, I'm gonna riot. Imagine buying a sports car for a game presentation. I'm scared of how big Microsoft is. I fear Game Pass, I kind of fear that Game Pass is gonna basically weed out a lot of different game payment types, and we're gonna end up just being stuck on subscription services for basically everything. So like nothing will be owned anymore. Hades is so good. I know so many people who love it, and I'm going to play it. Like, it's on my wish list. One day I'm gonna bite the bullet and pick it up when it's on sale. Cause I'm cheap. I buy games on sale, except for cheap ones, like $5 or less. Those I will buy at any time. But basically, I just have to be in the right mood for it, you know. I remember the first sports car in the showing. I assumed it was for a new racing game. It wasn't. It was to compare the new Xbox to a sports car. The analogy was not good. I agree, because the Xbox is box. Box is not car. Car is sleek and cool. Sports cars are, at least. Sleek, cool, fast. Xbox, square. No wheels, no motor, no engine. Not car. No comparison. Bad comparison. Unsuccessful analogy. Xbox is cheaper than car. Yes, exactly. Bad example, Microsoft. What were you thinking? Well, we did it, guys. We debunked the Xbox is car theory. We're gonna be world famous. I think they were comparing Tekken both, but I don't know. Yeah, that's possible because cars have so many computers in them these days. Which, I mean, safety good. There's just so many. Like, I don't need my phone to be in my car. And how Tekken both evolved. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's just, like, I don't need my phone to be in my car. I have a phone for that. Like, sure, give me GPS. GPS in a car is pretty cool. I don't need to make calls, play games, all those things. No, that doesn't need to be in a car. I don't need seat warmers either. Like, I get the appeal, but they make me feel funny when I'm laying down on them. I just wish you could opt out of a lot of features to make the car cheaper, but you can't. Because they sell them all that way. So I gotta head to bed. I'm gonna be visiting an aquarium tomorrow. That sounds like a great time. I do hope you have fun with that. And thank you so much for dropping by the stream today, Pocket Prawn. And thank you so much for the gifted sub. I hope you have a great sleep. Thank you much for streaming. No problem. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this time with me. Could have spent it anywhere, and you chose to spend it here. So I greatly appreciate that. Ugh. I need to work on my sub badges. Oh god, I remember the Xbox and PlayStation advertising, how the consoles did more than just games, like YouTube, Netflix, etc, and we all sat there going, we just want a thing to play games, not catch on fire! Exactly. See, yeah. That is, I experienced similar. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons I went for a Switch. Because I was like, I don't need all this stuff. Also, the Switch is way cheaper. But like when I was doing initial research, I was like, I like Nintendo games, and also I don't need all this. I don't need. We already have Netflix on the TV. Why do we need all this stuff? You know. You know, I miss the simplicity. Like I appreciate what they're going for. Nintendo is like, we do games, the end. I mean, you can use YouTube on the Switch, which is fine because it's free. But the thing is, you can't advertise that as an extra thing. Like I hate it when they're like, haha, you can do all these things with it. I'm like, I just want to play games, please. It sucks that Nintendo Switch Online is a subscription, but it's not terribly. I mean, it is expensive for what you get out of Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo Switch Online is way too much. Like, it's basic internet for, it should be $5 a year, honestly, because it's so crappy. It's so crappy, and it's just like basic internet functionality for a couple of games, and that's not very cash money. I mean, you also do get the NES games, but there's just so few good ones there. And then they're like, haha, what if we did expanded Nintendo Switch Online? It's like, no, you should have included that all in the original. That should have all been, that would have made your $20 worth it. If you had all those things and all that new content you put on there, that would have made it. That would have made it worth it. Hey, Ice Climbers is great! I have never played an Ice Climbers in my life. Not even in Smash Bros, my friend. I have only beat up Ice Climbers in Smash Bros. That is my only interaction with Ice Climbers. Also, if you are being serious about that, I do apologize. But I ran that off as sarcasm. So, whoops. It's okay, I know I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Oh. You do like Ice Climbers though? Okay, yeah. I can see the appeal. Just, I mean, I don't know much about the game. Okay, here's the thing, I honestly do like old games. I do like old games a lot. It's just, not all old games are good. You have to give me something that's really fun, or like a good old game, because there are a lot of bad old games, and old games are already on pretty shaky ice, shaky ground. I don't know. They're already pretty shaky because they have pretty janky controls and they're not user friendly and all that kind of stuff. So like when you give me an old game that is also bad, it's like, this is like unplayable. This is just frustrating. Want Super Mario RPG on this SNES emulator thing? Nintendo, you and Squeens, something. That company are friends now. Do the thing. Yes, I agree with that. If they're gonna charge, what is it, $80? I think it's 40, 50? Square Enix. Oh, Square Enix. I understand now. Yeah, if they're gonna charge so much for Nintendo Switch Online, they better put some darn good options on there. Like the expanded Nintendo Switch Online, they really need to fill out its roster, okay? Like a whole lot, many roster needs to be added. Ooh, Black Cat, what do you think of the new Kingdom Hearts game that I haven't watched the trailer for? Or put Mother's Ears on there. You never care about it. Give me Earthbound. Exactly. Just give it to... people love Earthbound. I mean, might as well. That would just be free popularity. 3 or 4. The new one that they announced, where he goes to the real world or whatever. I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 4. So, do you have an opinion on it? Why don't we do the back arms? I'm still on the fence. On 3, they hurt my favorite character, and Loki you're curious, but also worried about 4. Could be good, could be bad. We'll have to see, you know? It'll be an adventure, I think. It'll be an adventure. I hear Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't that great, because a lot of what you do is just watch, like, you basically just watch Disney movies. And I think there's a point in the game, assuming I'm thinking of the correct game, where Goofy or somebody is like, well, why are we even here? We're just watching them do their thing. Exactly. 3 showed how much Disney meddled and I hate it. Exactly. They're basically just like, bruh, why are we here? And the player is thinking the same thing. Why do we need a full recreation of Let It Go? Exactly. I signed up for Kingdom Hearts. Not if I wanted to do that, I'd go to Disney. If I wanted to learn more about Disney, I'd go to Disneyland. Actually, no. Kingdom Hearts is a lot cheaper than Disneyland. But yeah, we could focus on the organization. But no, gotta sing our song. Sorry, it's okay. Look. If you swear in the chat, I won't read it. Like I won't say it, but. It doesn't matter to me. It's on screen. People swear all the time. Not the biggest thing I'm worried about. we're like basically a hey, we talk about science and we share opinions and stuff all day. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself a super child appealing stream. I mean, I draw kind of cool art, but aside from that, I'm basically like I don't know. I think my channel will sort of build its own audience because we don't do a lot of funny. I mean, we do a lot of funny, but we don't. I'm not like I don't know. I don't think I appeal to that market. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I don't know. That's what I think. That's my personal theory. Holds Luxord. I'm sorry they damaged you and ruined your plot line. Keep holding Luxord. My fan fiction will treat you better. I can fix you. Yes, yes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You've unlocked, I don't know. I think mentioning fan fiction will activate something inside me. Not that I basically made no fan fiction, actually. But its mention is quite... and a core memory activated, basically. Do I make fan fiction? No. I kind of like to think about it, though. It's okay. Yeah. Activated. I don't mean in a bad way. I don't mean in a bad way. I see. I don't know. Like, I appreciate other people's enthusiasm for it. It's also a wild time. Not that I haven't even read that much. Like, barely. I don't think I've read any. Like, I've never gone and been like fan fiction. Like I don't know. I like to write my own fiction, I guess. I just when I'm writing, I write my own world building project, which isn't named still. I should really name it so I can tell people about it easier. But yeah, that's the main thing I write on. I kind of want to do like some original characters for a franchise and be like, haha, story. But that one that has nothing to do with any of the actual like story events that happen in the franchise. So it'll basically just be, haha, what if I had normal people who happen to live in your franchise? So yeah, that's me. Yeah. Fanfic, I'm good at writing original stuff. Haha, no. Oh, no, wait. Fanfic, I'm good at writing original stuff. Haha, no. Well, I'm not the best. I wouldn't say. I don't think I'm a. Well, I haven't practiced enough. I wouldn't say I'm a good. I don't know if I'm a good like storyteller, but I know I am pretty darn good at building, like world building. Maybe not in an interesting way that's interesting to read, but man, do I focus on the details. Look, even your lore isn't fully written for reasons. I just have ideas and concepts for things. I mean, my lore is kind of the same way. I have it mostly figured out though. After all, a sunfish streaming is totally normal, as you know. You remind me, I gotta work on Sunfish 2.0 soon. Probably after wave 2 of the pixel sprites. That's what I'll probably do. Am I planning my debut? Ooh, dang it. I just realized time frames are a thing. I don't know how long wave 2 is gonna take. They say you came with an Underdark Elven city that uses giant pillbugs as trains. Sounds great for D&D. Will I use it? Nope. Hey, that is okay. I just like to think of stuff. Hey, look, what you can do is if you like world building, build your own world building project. You don't have to work on it all the time, and if it sits on the shelf for a long time, that's okay. That's what mine does most of the time. But then you can just go back to it whenever you feel like it. And then you can work on it, you can build something. Which I think is pretty cool. Giant pillbugs would be cool. I like giant pillbugs. Came up with the soup dwarves. The minerals ran dry, and now they make really good soup bases. I watched a video on industrial soup making in Asia, and I just idea happened. That sounds like a really fun idea, honestly. And you know what? If you get good at it, who knows? Maybe you can go somewhere with it one day, like world building for even specifically just for D&D stuff, like D&D settings. I'm sure there's a market for that. Some kind of service. I don't know. I mean, I guess not everything has to be monetized, but I don't know. I just like to think about stuff. I like to think about stuff. You know that? Thinking is good. Sometimes brain is tired and does not like to think. Yeah, I tell your DM your ideas and keeps going. Make a world for this, please. It's a good idea and I want to play. Exactly. Do it. If nothing else, just to play with your friends. He said that after your moth race? After the moth race? Moth race. Oh, so you're building like a whole Underdark. Like underground. That'd be pretty cool. Do they like lamps? Are they automatically charmed by lights? Oh, that would be hell. If it walks into a city, I cannot survive. I'm sorry. There's too many lamps. Oh, that would be awful. I need to attach this. Da, 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 da. Ow. What layer is this on? Hold on. Ah. Ah, okay. Still the back arms. The leptodots, moth people, live off this small island that's hard to get to due to rocks and whirlpools. The island's very dangerous and uses magical stones to protect the home. That is a cool idea. And one day they like to go out and they have to go to the mainland to find them. That's the campaign. That is a cool idea. That's a cool idea. They have no lamp. What will they do? Where's the back leg? Oh, there it is. All of this technically doesn't matter since it's completely covered, but we're drawing it anyway. But Moth Race has variations, and have special dust attacks depending on what they are. I think breath weapons of Dragon Force with dusty and caused by the wing flappings. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a feature of that could be if they get damaged, the dust releases, which could be bad, either helpful or harmful depending on the situation. You know how like moths will lose their wing scales if they're touched. Hopefully the other ones won't be as hard to sort out as this. Base them all on real moths in the real world. Death Hawk Moth, Rosy Maple, Lunar Moth, etc. Each one is a different dust weapon. That's a really cool idea. I approve. As a appreciator of more bestial races. Like, one of the ones I'm working on is a fish folk. But not fish folk like you would expect. I guess they're kind of like dragonfish or something, like fish dragons or something. I don't know. They're like sea monsters basically, sea peoples. So yeah, I do quite appreciate the less typical peoples. Meow. Let's see. They worship Mothra. Yes, that Mothra. And clerics are clerics of Mothra. And most Moth people think twins are destined to be clerics of Mothra and see twins as a blessing. Okay, that is... that is interesting. Biggest crossover in all of cinema history. I'd frankly be surprised if Dungeons and Dragons hasn't done a thing with. There's too many things. Too many things. It's confusing. Hold on. Let's hide this. Oop. Let's erase the inside of this so we can actually see it. See, warlocks of that race, their patron is Mothra, and thank you DM for this. All those who have Mothra as a patron are very, the end is nigh, predictors of doom. That's great. That's great. I approve of this. I approve of this. The rep to have Mothman is a bad omen? Yeah, exactly. Alright, what do we have to do to make it D&D canon? Bribe a couple people? Also, what's going on here? What is going on here? What did I do? What the heck? Oh. There we go. Heck, your DM made refifth this. Hold on. Your DM made refifth of his name Grandin of. Can you put some commas in that? I'm having trouble sorting out that sentence. Sorry about that. Grandson? Okay. The DM made 3/5 of his name Grand of 3/3 of his name current head of the Church of Mothman. I'm confused. 3/5 of his name grandson of 3/3 of his name. The current head of the Church of so he's just 3/5? Like that is his name, is 3/5? So he just named Re? Re the 5th? Yes? He's scrim. He goes, the end is nigh! Ree! Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Let's see. Was having issues working on the stats and figuring out what they got bonuses in, but now that legacy is the thing, you don't have to worry. Yeah, all right. Yeah, if that makes it easier for you. I don't know what legacy is. What is legacy? Explain to me, dear cat. Why restart? I don't know. Some things are beyond explanation. Okay. So you know how it was like Tieflings got +2 in charisma? Yes, I do know that actually. What about it? Let's change the station. We've been listening to this for a while. Got drums and bass, EDM, Lo-fi. Guess we'll go. Go Lo-fi. Sleepy fish. You know, I'm a sleepy fish sometimes. All the time. Those bonus stats would cause people to have a mindset that is only this race can play this, or stupid mindsets like that. Well, it was most optimal, yes. So it did make sense. But it is understandable that you might want to play a certain character with a certain role that they might not normally be able to play. You wouldn't want to take the L for that, of course. So, did they change that up? If so, nice. I think Tasha's Cauldron of Everything extension, and they introduced Legacy, where you get +2 in this and +1 in that of your choice. That is pretty cool. I think that's a good idea. Plus, having it on expansion instead of the official rules allows players who like the old way keep it how they want, and players who don't can change it up. I think that's a very good thing. Give choice, especially in something like D&D. Don't try to enforce one or the other necessarily. Just have everybody be able to play how they want. We're getting her done. Some players said it was stupid. I like the better customization and some backstory is fun. Yeah, and look, sure, some people won't like it. That's okay. You don't have to use it. Those people who don't like it don't have to use it. You can use base rules and have a great time. Points to your very dexterous bugbear monk. Ah ha ha ha, that's great. Yeah, creativity is good. Allowing people to do things you might not expect, especially if they have a backstory for it, I think it's perfectly fine. In fact, that encourages creativity because they're not locked into the usual roles. I wanted to reach in the built-in sneak. Honestly, that is a very good combo. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, with combinations that were not previously available, with better stats that weren't previously available, it opens up the range for a whole new set of builds. So that's pretty cool. But since legacy is an option, I can use that and not think it's hard for variations. Exactly, exactly. And that's the thing. You don't have to use those that the Tasha's Cauldron of everything or whatever. You can just play normal, and that is perfectly fine and valid. Like, that's the thing. Having no one answer, I think, especially when you have two systems that people might like either way, like some people will like one and some people won't. I think that's the best way to do it. Just have it optional. Like, yo, if you want, you can totally do this, but you don't have to. There's no reason why you can or can't do it. Wait, might be then post Tasha's, your books are not near you. I have no idea, and I don't have the D&D books. If I'm to be honest, I played a bit of D&D, but not a whole lot, so I'm not the most expert person on that sort of stuff. Man, I'm gonna set up a new overlay one of these days, and I'm gonna fix my gosh darn thingies, my gosh darn boxes, so I don't have to reset them every time somebody new follows or subscribes because it doesn't work properly. Oh, and it's unfortunate. A little early. A little early. Um, I'm tired of legs. I guess I only have 3 more sets. Yeah, let's finish up the front legs. Kind of didn't want to do those boxes for that reason. Yeah. The scrolly boxes are cool, but I think I can, mind you, your overlays help tell simplify. Yeah, mine's pretty simple too. And you don't have to make them scrolly. You just have to, yeah, just have to make it work. The scrolly is good because it allows different size things to fit in, but the problem is, for me, is that I didn't layer it properly. What I should have done is basically made those boxes a window, so that way the actual words were like behind it. So that way there wouldn't be a problem with all that overlapping and crap and such. Yeah, that would be consideration, which would be a lot better. And that's what I'm gonna do. I think when I make Sunfish 2.0, like my streams, I just me game in the chat. That's it. Okay, yep, and that's perfectly valid. It's whatever you want. I just like to have them in, because I think people, I like to show people what they're doing. Plus, like funny moving things go haha. No borders. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I think that's a great way to do it. It just helps create a little bit of a unique vibe. But you know what? It's perfectly fine to stream without them. It's just to each their own. Different things for different streamers. There's 1,000 ways to do it, and none of them are right. Actually, no. Well, none of them are the right way, I should say. There are plenty of right ways. Gotta be open-minded. It's cute, don't get me wrong, my art Steam setup is semi-cluttered. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally. You to remove your spiders. You worked hard on them. Hey, that's how it be. That's how it be. You worked hard for those spiders. You ain't gonna give them up easily. Not without a fight. Spiders are pretty cool. I like spiders. They eat bugs for me, so I don't have to eat any bugs. I like not eating bugs, honestly. It's a pretty cool thing. I rate not having to eat any bugs a 10 out of 10. them cat, it's Christmas. Me puts tiny Santa hats on them. Exactly. That is how you do it. That's how you do it. You adapt, survive, and overcome. That, I think that's perfect. Like, keep those spiders all the time, man. They really think Christmas can stop you. Should make it more hats for them, for fun. Yeah, then you could make it a redeem so people can put different hats on them, or just have more hats. That's also an option. Just stack more hats on them. That'd be pretty cool. I wonder if anyone is still going to be streaming by the time I'm done. Everyone started kind of early. I don't know. Maybe I hope I can catch somebody with a raid tonight. I mean, we still got like 24 minutes before we're done, but I'm thinking of rating things. You see. Excuse me. I mean, I'm a sucker for accessories. Weird little. I mean, that's why I make so many stream avatars available. Or why I want to keep making them, because that way people can have their own little. They can mess around with their own little guy. Sure, there'll be some that only like one person picks, but that one person will be happy that that one fish is there. That's the kind of stuff I'm fine with. Same, your avatar has so many hat assets. Yes. I don't have any now. I don't have many. But I kind of want to get more hats. I want to do customizations and stuff so people can redeem things. Just for funsies. I should do a Remora. You meant model? Yeah. Your model. Like my model. My model. No hats right now. I wore sunglasses for a while, but then I was like, I've worn sunglasses for so long that I need to take these off sometime. like I was like, do people even know what I look like without sunglasses? It isn't necessarily a bad thing to wear sunglasses all the time. Just, I don't know. I kind of had this feeling that it made my model like a little more pleasing to look at, but so I was like, no, throw them off. I kind of want to fix up my model, make it cuter and stuff. Because right now, it's a little bit uncanny. From the beginning, that was a complaint. Which I understand. Want to do glasses, but your eyes are anti-glasses somehow. Too close together, I think. The pre-builds don't work. Can't you shrink the glasses? Oh. But you are cute. Yes, I'm. Thank you, first of all. Well, I don't want to just say yes. That's not nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And it's not that I like hate this model. I don't. I honestly really like it, and for a first timer, pretty darn good. But there's a lot of room for improvement, and I have the capacity to do that now. So I'm gonna remake it. It'll be a great sunfish. It'll be a fantastic sunfish, and I honestly can't wait to see how it'll turn out. Because I've learned a whole lot about Live 2D. I want to do the perspective way better, so I can actually turn, and I want to do stuff with like expressions, so I have a little bit more emote than just stare. Because emotes are good. I have to figure out how to do them. It'll be good practice. Let's see, when am I gonna re-debut? When do I want to? When can I predict being able to re-debut? Maybe I'll do it for my birthday. I did, but then it looks odd to make my own. It's lazy. I also make crowns for a lot of people. While for I think math is hard. Hey, that's pretty cool. Crowns are pretty epic. And plus, making crowns for other people, now that is pretty epic. That's very epic, in fact. So a little kindness goes a long way. Just even if it's something like a hat, you know? It's special. You decide that you felt that, you know, they got a hat. Like, they earned that hat. When you find out about birthdays, you make custom crown assets. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, yeah. Like Burger King crowns? Like Burger King crowns, do you mean? If so, well, yes, wonderful. Or like crowns that could not possibly be cooler than Burger King crowns, but are still probably pretty cool. Drawing jelly jaws with a Burger King crown. Okay. You did do one Burger King crown, so you know what? You passed the vibe check. But nah, that's actually really cool. It's kind of like how I do fish. I do fish avatars for those that stream with me. I finished up 3 actually this week, which I'm very happy with. 1 I should have finished a very long time ago, but I sat on for a very long time and didn't do anything. And I just finished up 2 recently. So actually, I finished up all 3 recently. I finished up 2 today. No, I finished up 1 last night, 1 the day before, and then 1 today. You know what's weird is like having all the work you want to do done, like all the work you planned done for the week, and you're just like, huh, now what? Because I'm gonna wait until my 200 follower celebration for my more pixel sprites, and I wasn't gonna start on my model. What do I do now? Exactly. It's just like, huh, I'm done with what I really was planning. So I'm gonna work on pixel sprites once we reach 200 followers. And I didn't want to get into my VTuber model yet because excuse me. Because I didn't want to start a big project when another huge project was looming right overhead. So basically, I wanted something simple. So when my friends and I decided to do a art collab, basically, we're drawing stuff for each other to finish. So I'm doing this line art for them, and then this, and then they'll do line art for me. We'll switch, and then we'll color each. Need to work on that subathon. We'll see goals on what you're gonna do for the stream. Subathon? What kind of subathon? What kind of subathon we talking here? What are you celebrating? I can work on the armor now. Whoa. When you hit 300 followers, oh my, that's like mathematics. That would be 50% more than I have. Or birthday, whatever comes first. Hey, birthday stream. I'm also gonna do, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my re-debut on my birthday. We like to hit multiple things. I will mean I have to make a second model for my birthday though, which is okay because that model is gonna be epic. Like I'm gonna make my sunfish form, and then I'm gonna have another form that I am pretty excited to work on as well. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. Well, how far are you away from 300? Meow. You're right, 253 followers now. That's you check. Well, you're very close. That's 47 away, which is, you know, it sounds like a lot, but you know what? You'll get there. You'll get there. You'll be there in no time. I believe in you. You're gonna get that goal and get that subathon, and it'll be fantastic. Ugh, excuse me. Excuse me. So 47. Yeah, 47. 47 fighters remaining. Gonna erase this. You gained a spike in followers, so you were posting clips on TikTok. Hey, TikTok is a great way to do it, honestly. Like, eventually I'm gonna make some high effort TikToks and I'm gonna post them. But I think I'll do that after my re-debut, when I have a nice model. Because this one's good, but I'd like better, you know? People on TikTok think I'm funny. That's good. Okay, okay, so here's the thing about TikTok. There's so many people on there, you're almost guaranteed to find somebody who likes you, you know? Because there's a lot of people. Not saying, and I'm just saying, because, you know, that's the thing about streaming. It's all about finding, you have an audience out there. You have an audience out there. The trick is finding helping them find you. And once you do that, that's half the battle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And find folks who love to insult you, but the block button is your best. Okay, yeah, that's the thing about TikTok as well, is you will be cyberbullied. That is unfortunately the case, because there's literally everybody on there. There is probably a million 14-year-olds and 12-year-olds and negative 3-year-olds who maybe shouldn't be on there, but are anyway, and are there to make other people's days worse for some odd reason. I don't know why anyone sees appeal in that. I am a day bringer upper enjoyer, because making people happy is cool and fun and rewarding for me. Like your model consultant was like, well, from your icon I can tell you like one type of VTuber. I'm sorry, your worldview is so tiny. Oof. Got him. Dragged him. It's amazing how people think it is necessary to comment on stuff like that. It's like, bro, you can always just watch the VTubers you like. You don't have to watch that content if you don't like that. That's like saying, ha, I watched content I didn't like, and I didn't like it. Haha, I'm so cool. And then I told them I didn't like it, because I made myself watch content I didn't like. It's like, yeah, that sounds like what would happen when under that circumstance. Like, you don't have to insult that person for it. That was your mistake. By your, I mean said individual who is doing what we're describing. Truly a mystery. Truly a mystery. But you know, people be people. Not everyone has emotional intelligence. Or intelligence. Though a lot love crab form, need to split that model for live 2D, but lazy. Hey, no, I totally get it. You know, you know what? I'll be honest, I'm procrastinating on my 2.0 model too. I have to redo it because I got better, and I'm gonna I honestly, I did the art, and I just haven't gotten around to actually, and then I didn't get around to actually doing it. Now I'm like, okay, but I actually want to redo the art again. So, I was doing math on how many segments you need to do. 20 segments for the legs alone? 20 segments. Oh, for all the legs? Okay, if it's seeming too daunting, what I would do is just cut all the legs as individual pieces, so like each whole leg, not each little piece on the leg. So for maximum flexibility, you'll need to do each piece. But you don't have to do that, especially not if you're starting out. If you're starting out, I would recommend, like if this is your first model, I would honestly just leave the legs as one whole piece each. So then you can still move them around, but it won't be as much hard work for you. 6 legs, 3 parts of each leg, and 2 for pincers. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Do each leg piece as one piece instead of as a whole bunch of pieces, because it'll save you a lot of headache. Because, you know, starting small is important. Looks like we got the sketch pretty much all done for tonight, which I think is plenty of good progress. We didn't actually get to the fun part, which is line art, but that's okay. I was told I told that to a friend. He goes, "What about blob form? Maybe make that into a model." Yeah, blob form would be a simple thing to do as well. Like I have Wisp. Wisp was entirely just a short modeling project because you just have to. It helps you practice physics and stuff, and it's a lot simpler to do. But if you do want to do hermit crab form, like I said, I would cut apart the I would do the legs as each one piece, and then I would like legs, claws, antenna, all that as one piece, as one entity, and then you can always rig it again later once you have that practice. Once you're like, okay, now I now know what I think I'm gonna do. Because have you rigged before? I don't think you have, but I might be wrong on that. I just want to make sure I have facts correct. Dun, dun, dun. You've never rigged ever. Every tutorial you watch did not teach you anything. Okay, if you need help with rigging, I'm probably gonna be well, first of all, I'm probably gonna be rigging Sunfish on stream somewhat soon. I don't know when that will be. So you can always drop by and ask for advice. I mean, yeah, especially during rigging streams, I can tell you everything I know that I can explain. But also, if you need help, we can I could help you out if you need. Like we could do a chat or something. I could do my best. I can't guarantee that I have all the answers, but I could definitely help you out in some way. I can at least get you started. Thank you for the offer. Yeah, no problem. So if you ever want to bite on that, sure, go, I'd be happy to. If you're uncomfortable with that, I totally understand. I know how that can be. Just whatever you want to do. I'm pretty chill. I don't do much, so I got time. No time limits. Does Live 2D have a free version and what's the difference? Okay, so the free version you can, like this model right here, is made in the free version. So it does have a free version. In fact, you actually have a free trial you can get that's like 40 days, but I wouldn't get that right away. I would get that after you have learned a little bit about rigging, because it is limited. It is limited. Then you go back to the free version. So the free version, you get less. You can have a maximum number of deformers. Deformers are the things that allow you to move objects around easily. You have a maximum number of parts, so you can't have too many folders. And because even yearly at the moment, you can't do that, saving for PC parts and stuff. Oh yeah. So you can make and export simple models in free version. That's the thing. It has to be relatively low resolution because there's a limit for the texture atlas size, and it has to have few deformers. So that means fewer parts, as few as possible. And it can be done. You probably just won't be able to have much in terms of physics. You'll probably just be able to cover like your eyes and all the basic stuff. So you can do it. You just have to be frugal. You have to be careful. As I said, this model right here was done in free version, no cost. And I did a few other models in free version as well. I think I did Wisp in free version as well. But Wisp is also tiny, so basically that's what you have to deal with. Yeah, I've only done one model in the paid version, and that was Taco Mode. I don't know if you probably haven't seen Taco Mode, but you saw the Dumbo. You might have seen the Dumbo Octopus while I was working on it. everyone for overcomplicated design. Blame artist brain remembering you would need to draw them over and over. Yeah, you might have. Okay, it's the black Dumbo octopus with the red eyes. It's this. It's the same thing that you are right now in your stream avatar, but like a VTuber. I worked on it maybe a few weeks ago. I can't remember honestly. It feels like a while ago. At this point. Yeah. So yeah, that was the only model I've done paid version. So free version covers quite a few things. What do we think? What do we think? It should be good to go. So it is possible. Oh yeah, totally. You can 100%, as long as it fits in the size of the program, as size of the available thing, you can make and export a model completely done, ready to go, rigged and all that in the free version. It just is limited. There are limitations. It looks like friend. I agree. It looks very friend. I think I did okay. Any other elements from this design I want to incorporate? I mean, it has all the main. The only thing it's missing is the armor segments, which mine was just like, haha. Well, I mean, I just did like a mantis shrimp. But it has solid armor segments, basically. More basic, yes, but it's okay. I assume you meant name him, but Gribbly is an interesting name. All right, I'll see. Hold on. Yeah, I'll name him. Okay, hold on. Ah. I definitely didn't do that. Gribbly, yeah, Gribbly. It's true. It is now canon. There we go. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Which I am saying so myself. I think it turned out pretty good. Was this design cooler? Maybe. But I am quite okay with this perspective and stuff. I'm quite happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's definitely practice that I haven't done before. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that perspective. Perspective work. I'm quite satisfied. It's cleaner? Yes. This is, yeah, much cleaner. It's also bigger. Yeah, this is much messier. This is not done. I still have to do lines, but this is basically just the sketch over this. Oh, this is the sketch. First, this is a sketch, final sketch. Yeah. So it'll be all ready to go now. And tomorrow I'm gonna work on, I should be able to finish up the line art tomorrow. Assuming I work on it all day. Yeah, it should be done. I can probably do it in one day. Nice sketch, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I should be able to finish it tomorrow, I think. Maybe. There's only one way to find out. So yeah, if you need, like I said, if you need any help with Live 2D, I can attempt to throw information at you, and hopefully we can figure something out. And I'll also be doing Live 2D streams soon again, so you'll be able to hop in then, and pester me for any information you want. Hope so too. Yeah. It's okay, I'll put it this way. It is so complicated, but it is so rewarding when it works. It is hellishly complicated, but it is awesome when it finally works. Okay. Yee. Yee. Save? Okay. Okay, hold on, hold on. I did already save. Oh, there we go. We saved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here. I'll be here. Till like tomorrow, and then next week we'll be back again for more stuff. I love stuff, you know that. All right, let's go. Let's go raid somebody. Hopefully, somebody is live right now. Ooh, we got Void. Ooh, we got Bell Pepper. We should raid Bell Pepper. We have not raided Bell Pepper before, which means we're gonna go raid Bell Pepper. Bell Pepper is super cool and is a pepper chicken, which is pretty wild, but also he makes really cool models, and he's a super cool guy. So let's go pay him a visit. He just started streaming recently, so let's give him some love. Let me Twitch. Bonk. We'll do our good old fish raid. Fish raid. There you go. That's our raid message. I want to thank everybody for dropping by the stream today. Thank you so much for all your chats and your lurks and your redeems. I greatly appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a great time zone, and I hope to catch you next time. So, bye-bye.